If you've been paying any attention to the real estate market here in Cincinnati and throughout the country, you've probably noticed that there's a shift in the market that's happened here this year, certainly compared to 2021 and 2022. The last couple of years, when it seems like sellers could do whatever they want, ask for whatever they want, and buyers were willing to concede really any price or terms that was necessary to get the house under contract. And as we've seen this year, although there's still low inventory, there's not much for buyers to choose from. The fact that interest rates have risen has had a huge impact on the market in terms of affordability and also the number of buyers that are actually in the market. So it's also affected sellers in that now sellers are starting to actually offer concessions covering some of the buyers' closing costs, or even doing things like builders have been doing, interest rate buy downs to make the home more affordable, more attractive to potential buyers. So the last thing that we would ever think of in the last couple of years is seller concessions, because buyers were waiving inspections, waiving appraisal. They were getting cash from a rich uncle or cashing in their 401k to write a cash offer. They were given post-closing occupancy. And certainly some of those aggressive techniques and tactics we still see in multiple offer situations here in 2023. But we just don't see it as a commonplace thing. We don't see it as often as we were. It's just on the most competitively priced and marketed properties, the most desirable areas, we still see that. But in general, we're seeing less and less of that because, again, because of the lack of affordability with the higher interest rates that we've been seeing, and also home values going up almost 20% for 2 years in the last couple of years, and then this year 3 to 4% on top of that. We're just seeing that buyers are either exiting the market altogether, or they're just not able to afford higher prices exponentially the way we've seen the last couple of years. And so, and also with these higher interest rate loans, they're having to pay more points up front, more loan costs to try to get their rate down a little bit to a more reasonable, something that's more manageable for their monthly budget. So they're actually typically bringing more cash than they were previously. So that's affecting sellers as well, because it's resulting in fewer buyers clamoring over their listing like they were the last couple years. Sellers are having to be a little bit more proactive about getting their home ready to sell. They have to be more careful about how they price it and how they market it, making sure they do everything they can to present their home in its best light and present it as a really good value and the obvious choice among the other options that are out. So if you are in the process of selling your home, or maybe you're just starting to think about it, just take it a little bit more seriously, a little bit more of a cautious approach to make sure that you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, all the conventional wisdom, cleaning, decluttering, staging, getting a professional's opinion on the value of your home, making sure you review comps very carefully, and making sure that you don't miss the mark on pricing and you don't miss the mark on the way that your home is marketed. Make sure you're getting professional photography, videography done, that you're not only in the MLS, but you're also on all the home search sites and apps as well. As you may have heard, we've experienced the MLS system here in Cincinnati and other parts of the country being down for the last week. We've seen the immediate impact of less exposure for listings, how that results in fewer showings and fewer offers. But assuming that's fixed here shortly, you still have to deal with the market having fewer buyers. So you do need to make sure that you're presenting your home in its best light and you're exposing the listing to all potential buyers. So one of the things you can do, in addition to making sure that you're presenting your home in its best light and you're marketing it to the largest audience possible, is to offer some incentives, offer more seller concessions. Now, typically these are negotiated on the back end after an offer is presented, or as an offer is presented. Buyers might be bold enough now to ask for the sellers to pay some of their closing costs. But if you're having trouble getting your home sold, or if you're wanting a faster sale, if you want to make sure that you get your home sold before the next person does, if you're in an urgent situation, you can be more aggressive and offer some seller concessions up front. You can either put that in your public remarks or in the agent remarks, where agents only can see those, in terms of offering some money towards closing costs, or you can even phrase it as a rate buy down, which is what a lot of builders are doing. And a lot of buyers are going towards builders because of that fact. They can get a better rate going through the builder, not necessarily meaning that that lender that the builder is working with is giving them a better rate, but the builder rather is actually buying down the rate, paying points on the buyer's behalf to get their interest rate to a more manageable number, so that their monthly payment as the buyer can be more affordable for them. So rather than having a 7 to 7.5% rate, maybe they can get that to 5 and 5.5%, and they're paying more cash upfront to do that. But that would help you as a seller, if you want to sell more quickly, to be able to make that more affordable for potential buyers. That would certainly help your listing to rise to the top to get your home sold faster than the others. And it also might help you to get more money for the house, because the buyer would be able to afford to give you a higher purchase price if they're getting a lower interest rate. So if you have any questions about how to navigate the current market situation, whether you're buying or selling or doing both, you can always reach out to us, schedule a call through our website, 513flatfee.com. Click the schedule a call button. We'll set aside some time to discuss your needs and your goals and let you know how we can help you to meet your needs and achieve your goals. You can also call or text 513-497-8803. I'm Patrick Grosser with the 513 Flat Fee Real Estate Group at Fathom Realty.